Hey guys, it's Germ, or Katie, whichever, and it's 2011, in case you didn't know. Kinda snuck up on me. I don't know if it's the same for you, but 2010 was a big year. I definitely changed for the better. I can tell you that right now. Sure, I have a handful of regrets. But if I've learned anything this year, it's that dwelling on the past won't change it. You can't do anything about it, you already did it. So the best is to just keep moving and hope that nobody really remembers. But anyway, 2010, I graduated, I got a car, I went to college. I somehow weaseled my way into a whole nother group of friends. I don't know how that happened. Actually, I do know how that happened, but it's another story for another time. I learned that college isn't exactly all it's cracked up to be. I set a career goal for myself, and I really learned who my true friends are. I think every year somebody's like, I learned who my true friends were this year. But I really did. This year was really hard. It was very emotional and it was very confusing. Socially, academically. But if it's one thing I learned, it's that everything is going to be okay. People say it all the time. Just because you get grounded on the weekend doesn't mean your friends are going to forget about you. And just because you don't get such a high grade on a paper doesn't mean you're going to fail the class. Just because you make one mistake at work doesn't mean you're going to get fired. Everything is going to be okay. And you and your friends, you'll go through rough patches. Believe me. But if they're really your friends, they'll forgive you no matter what you do. Let's be honest. I think this year, the most important thing I learned was to be independent. Not everyone is always going to be there. You know, even your best friend, they're not always going to be there. Your parents, you'll move out soon. They're not always going to be there. You have to learn to look on the bright side yourself and try to overcome those obstacles on your own. To my knowledge, the most influential things that I've learned have been learned from mistakes that I've made on my own, and I learned to correct them. You are yourself's best teacher. Now, I'm not saying go and ditch all your friends and become a caveman and live by yourself. That's not what I'm saying at all. But just learn to not be so dependent on everyone. I think I'm at this crucial part in my life where I need to figure out what I'm doing, where I'm going, and who's going to be coming with me. And I'd like to say that I know all of those things. I have a pretty awesome plan. But plans change, and so do people, and so do feelings. And in a year and a half, I might be doing something completely different. Another thing I learned this year was to not take a single second for granted. Not one. Not one. Because you never know when things might not be the same. I'm not saying everything's going to change so suddenly, but live in the moment. Never wish you were anywhere else but where you are right now. Do what you gotta do, and go where you gotta go. In the end, this is your life. So why not make 2011 your year? Break bad habits, see new things, meet new people. But most of all, live in the moment and love who you're with. Because you never know when they could be gone. or when life could take such a sudden turn that you could end up somewhere else. If you really do love your life, live it, because it's yours.